देशज्ञाननिधि श्रेष्ठ श्रद्धयो हृदि सर्वदा.
Namaskara. I, Shalini Vittal, the co-principal investigator of Noopura Bhramari IKS Center, welcome you all for our Śāstra Ranga episodes. Today's episode is on another Samskrita text, Sangītārṇava Candrikā and Nāṭya Manoramā. Sangītārṇava Candrikā, as the name suggests, is a treatise on Sangeeta. Literally, the name Sangītārṇava Candrikā means shining of the moon on the sea of Sangeeta. This treatise belongs to 17th century, written by King Nīlakanṭha of Orissa, that deals with dance, music and musical texts. Each of the three constituents, namely Gita, Vadya and Nritya, have been dealt with by the author of Sangītārṇava Candrikā. The author, Nīlakanṭha, happened to be the king of Kerala, but this Kerala should not be confused with the present Kerala state. The Kerala mentioned in this text, Sangītārṇava Candrikā, is a small and a fertile region in the district of Cuttack in Orissa. He is the author of both Sangītārṇava Candrikā and Nāṭya Manoramā, which is assigned to early 18th century. But Nāṭya Manoramā is claimed to be written by Raghunatha under the patronage of King Nīlakanṭha of Kerala. This shall be taken up while discussing on the text Nāṭya Manoramā. Let us move on to Sangītārṇava Candrikā. The contents of Sangītārṇava Candrikā text are dealt with in 5 chapters designated as Ullasas. The first 3 chapters deal with Gita, the 4th chapter on Tala and the 5th one on Vadya and Nritya. The author of the text begins by offering salutations to deities Padmanabha and Radha Krishna, followed by Churnikam, which is a style of prose composition. In this, the author names the authors and the treatises quoted by him like Bharata, Matanga, Shangadeva, and some lesser known authors like Shiromani, Ratnamala, Harinayaka Sangeetasara, Kalpavalli, Sangeetambodhi, etc. The text goes on to discuss on the topics of Nada, the sound, Shruti, the pitch, Swara, the musical notes, Gamaka, the glides between the notes, Grama, a collection of properly fixed swaras, Murchana, a specific selection of the swaras starting from a designated root note, Tana, elaboration, and Jati, a rhythmic pattern. Further, the text deals with ragas, the melodies, rasas, the essence, with nayakas and nayikas, heroes and the heroines. Later on, the text goes on to further deal with prabandhas or the compositions and gives the characteristics of few of them. The text gives a detailed treatment of all varieties of Kshudra Gitas, or which are the minor compositions, with necessary illustrative songs from different sources such as Gita Prakasha, Sangeeta Narayana, etc. A separate chapter on Tala or the time measure is dealt with, followed by singers of 3 types, Uttama, Madhyama and Adhama. The faults of the singers and qualifications of a Vageyakara who is a composer have been described. The last chapter of Sangītārṇava Candrikā deals with both Vadya and Nritya. The 4 kinds of Vadyas like Tata, Sushira, Ghana and Avanadha are described. A complete and vivid description with process of manufacture of few stringed instruments like Alavani, Brahmaveena, Kinnari and many more can also be seen. Also, the Mardala, the Mridanga, Muraja and different techniques of playing the Mridangam, different kinds of strokes, different gatis or the rhythmic progression are all given. The Ghana or the solid instruments like Tala or the Kamsya Tala and Karatala have been described in detail. With respect to the Sushira Vadyas, the author introduced such as Vamsha, Pari, Madhuri, Tittiri, Shankha, Kahala, Todahi, Murali, Chukka, Shringika, etc. Moving on to the subjects like Natya, Nritya and Nritta, all these three could be either Marga or Deshi. Nritta is further classified as Vishama, means acrobatic, Vikata means crooked in form, dress, and Laghu, which is graceful. Next, the author has given about Prakara dance. The specific types of this are Kashti Nritya, Jakkadi Nritya, Savari Nritya, Kuranji Nritya and Mattavali Nritya. The author has given the method and technique of constructing the playhouses, its status befitting seating arrangements, especially on the occasion of a play, the president for the occasion and his qualifications, the suitable hours and duration of a play, the qualifications of the hero and the heroine of the play, qualifications of spectators, the qualifications of a good dancer, the bodybuilding exercises so as to attain endurance, suppleness and tenacity, the qualifications of dance master and directors and so on. Special emphasis seems to have been laid on the physical and also intellectual accomplishments of a dancer who is always to be preferred to a male dancer. Young women are supposed to be the root cause of rasas. So, the three stages of youth have also been described after specifying the plus points of eligibility and the disqualifications of patras or the characters. After speaking of the Jarjara Puja, which is the puja offered to the stick or the danda, representing the presiding deity of the playhouse, the curtains of different colors to be used according to the predominant sentiment have been specified. Then comes the dressing up and decorating the dancer from head to foot with befitting ornaments of various kinds, painting and anointing her with sandal paste, dyeing her feet with lacquer, her eyes with collyrium, etc. Next comes a fourfold histrionic representation, the Abhinaya, which the author holds is important in dance. They are Angika, Vachika, Aharya and Satvika. Dress, paint, beard, armlets, mask, etc. all these comes under Aharya Abhinaya. These have to be used appropriately for the different characters according to their status, gender, profession, etc. Different types of costumes, ornaments, even garlands and flowers have been specified with meticulous care. With respect to the Vachika Abhinaya, the rules on the use of languages like Samskrita and different types of Prakrita such as Māgadhī, Avanti, etc. The appropriate language for the different characters of the play in keeping with their social status, the appropriate modes of address, the conventions of giving suitable names to the different types of characters, the four vrittis, Kaishiki, Bharati, Satvati and Arbhati and their origin, etc. deserve attention. The author has dealt with three different grades of patras or the dancers or the actors, namely Uttama, Madhyama and Adhama. This gradation is applicable to both genders. The ceremonial entrance of the patra to the stage from the green room is an important item because the first aesthetic impression of the patra on the expectant spectators is of immense value. So, the author narrates with relevant quotations from Sangīta Ratnakara through Sangīta Narayana. The procedure involves consonant tuning of the musical instruments and playing of the instrumental compositions. At this juncture, the patra stands in a pose expressing the Saushtava or the symmetry with a handful of flowers, that is in Pushpanjali. After Pushpanjali is offered, the patra begins dancing to the Prabandhas. With her major and minor limbs with rasa and bhava, this dancer is advised to build up a coordinated performance just as a garland maker prepares a well-knit garland with flowers of the various hues and different shapes. The next item for discussion are the actions to be avoided in a show, the duration of performance, and lastly the spectator's duty to cheer up the performer and not to expose the faults that might have come to their notice. Angika Abhinaya is discussed at the last. This type of representation depends on meaningful movements of different angas of the human body. The text talks about head, shoulders, chest, sides, hasta, waist, feet as angas. The pratyangas are neck, arms, wrist, back, belly, thighs, knees. Bhushanam are the ornaments. The upangas are the eyesight, pupils, eyebrows, eyelashes, mouth, nose, breath, chin, tongue, cheeks, teeth, lips, palms, fingers, heels, ankles, toes, soles, breasts, etc. With a keen observation, it can be understood that the author reveals his pious desire for preservation of purity in vocal music, instrumental music, and of course dance. Arts like music and dance, moving towards progression and evolution, have to cater to the taste of the people who enjoy it. With this, we will further discuss about the next text, Nāṭya Manoramā by the king Nīlakanṭha. Nāṭya Manoramā is another small treatise in Sanskrita written by Kerala king Nīlakanṭha, who appointed a scholar and a scribe by name Raghunatha Ratha, who is wrongly claimed as an author of Nāṭya Manoramā. The author mentions about Raya Ramananda, Krishnadasa and Purushottama Mishra, scholar and poet of Gajapati Narayana Deva, and states that he was contemporary of Gajapati Divya Singha Deva of Orissa, who lived between 1693 and 1720. Nāṭya Manoramā was composed in 1697, about 8 years after Sangītārṇava Candrikā. It was not a new creative work, but was carved out of the bulky Sangītārṇava Candrikā. The only innovation was the shorter and softer name given to the work, probably in order to give it an attractive name, or maybe to make the work more attractive to the interested people of Natya, and hence the name Nāṭya Manoramā. With this, we have come to the end of the text, Sangītārṇava Candrikā and Nāṭya Manoramā. I, Shalini Vittal, the co-principal investigator of Noopura Bhramari IKS Center, would like to take leave of you for now. Please do listen to all our episodes on different Śāstra Granthas. Some of them are in English and some in Kannada. If you are interested to further your knowledge about these Shastras, do register in our Śāstra Ranga short-term certificate course. Also, do not forget to read the research-based publications of Noopura Bhramari. Keep watching, like and subscribe to our channel, and yes, do not forget to comment in the text box. I shall get back with yet another exciting Sanskrita text very soon. Till then, take care. Namaste.
येष ज्ञाननिधिः श्रेष्ठ श्रद्धयो हृदि सर्वदा येष ज्ञाननिधिः श्रेष्ठ श्रद्धयो हृदि सर्वदा